Hi everyone, I'm Claire. Welcome to my channel. So this is a kind of unexpected part two to Candle Day 2024 at Bath and Body Works. So the first shopping trip that I did for Candle Day, even though I had like a ton of candles, it only netted me like $10 because between the Candle Day prices and I had the 10 off 40, which I just added on to all that big order. And then I also cashed in some appreciates points at work where, every so often, like if you do a good deed or what have you, they'll award you some points that you can use to cash in for gift cards and things. So I decided that most of that haul that I did on, day one of Candle Day, like that was what I used was a gift certificate that I purchased using those points. So I went ahead and I kept thinking about it and decided on Sunday, kind of late afternoon, to go ahead and just do buy online, pick up in store order for a few that I was curious about that, for $10, go ahead and pick them up now while they're at that good price. And I also cashed in a couple rewards. So the rewards I don't have with me right now, but I did go ahead and get the body lotion and the shower gel of the You're the One that I got the candle of the other day, which you saw in that kind of haul video. But I liked that scent a lot, so I went ahead to get the body wash and lotion to add to my collection. But I just picked up a few candles. I think some of these are from a table that I didn't quite get to at the store when I was there on Friday. So I went ahead and added those because even though a lot of scents were returning for this year's Candle Day, from what I understand, they're new to me because I really just started purchasing from Bath and Body Works this year. So they're new to me to try, even though they're kind of returning in a lot of aspects. And people probably know about them already, but they're new for my nose. So, all right. Another note, this trying to figure out how to film at night thing is kind of complicated. I feel like a lighting technician, so hopefully you can see me okay. I think I grabbed any kind of supplemental light that I could find. So hopefully this looks okay, but with it being standard time and it gets dark early, it doesn't hurt to try and figure a little bit of lighting out anyway. But that's probably why it looks a little different, is because it is nighttime and I usually have a lot of daylight in the area that I sit in, and that is not the case today. All right, so let's finally get into the candles. So the first one that I decided to go ahead and pick up, this is just from the holiday collection this year, and I wanted to pick up, let's see if we can get the lighting right here so you can see it without too much glare, cinnamon sugared pecans. And the notes on this are warm cinnamon, toasted pecans, and brown sugar. The reason I was kind of intrigued with trying this one is because when I burn gingerbread bakery, to me, it gets like a nutty type of essence to it. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that with gingerbread bakery, but it almost smells like there's some kind of toasted nut in there with it. So I just wanted to see if this was kind of similar to that, or if they were like cousins or what have you. And I like cinnamon candles, and I don't mind a pecan either, or pecan, however you say it. So let's give it a sniff. I definitely get the cinnamon and the brown sugar, but the brown sugar does make me think of gingerbread bakery. And I get a little bit of the toasted pecan on cold. Um, it'll be interesting to see what happens when I burn it. And I did bring my little gingerbread bakery out here with me. This one actually I just finished the other day. So it's obviously adulterated. It's not like a fresh pour. But I smell some similarities between the two. I mean, they're definitely not the same, but I think honestly, to my nose, they could be cousins. So that is cinnamon sugared pecans. And let me just set it down here. All right. Next, one that I wanted to try. I kept hearing really good things about this candle. And while I get nervous about chocolate candles sometimes, for being nervous about chocolate candles, I kind of have a lot of them. I need to like figure that out in my head somehow. But I wanted to go ahead and pick up, again, lighting situation, Feliz Navidad. I'm not going to be able to pronounce the actual name of the fragrance. I think champurrado. I can't roll my R's. That was a problem I always had in Spanish class. I don't know what is wrong with me. I cannot roll my R's. I can't trill. Like I cannot make that sound. So I just kind of have to fake it. Um, so the notes on Feliz Navidad is spiced Mexican chocolate, masa, caramel piloncillo, and steamed milk. I definitely get the chocolate, and it's a spiced chocolate. And I do pick up that masa note. That's very interesting. I'll have to look up what a campurrado is, and look up these different components that are part of the scent notes. This is very, I think I like this. It's a, I know a lot of people have said it does remind them of Mexican hot chocolate or like a spiced hot chocolate. It's definitely different. The spiciest chocolate that I have familiarity with at this point is chocolate and churros from Kringle that came out last year. I do have one that I'm about maybe a third of the way through. So it's definitely different than that though. I think it's actually a lot more complex than that Kringle fragrance. So I'm excited to burn this and see what it's all about and give it a try. Because you never know with some of these more, I'm going to call them exotic fragrances, how often they will be around or come back. So I wanted to at least give it a try and see how I liked it. Okay, another one that I decided to pick up because let's just say I watched a lot of your haul videos too. And I heard good things about it. I am not the biggest coconut fan, but I can't remember which video it was that I was seeing. But no, I watch your videos. I watch a lot of your videos. I probably watch your videos more than any kind of regular TV. You guys are my regular TV. So that's part of why I wanted to contribute to everyone's TV here by having my own channel. But I I heard some ramblings that this was a good candle and that the sandalwood note might be a little similar to the sandalwood that's in Gwen's note. And Gwen's note is one of my favorite all-time candles at this point in my candle lifetime. So I wanted to try coconut sandalwood. And the notes here are coconut palm, luxurious sandalwood, warm musk, and jasmine. So this one is pretty light to me on cold. I really have to stick my nose in there. So the coconut is not too strong, which I'm okay with because I have like every once in a while I like coconut, but normally that is not going to be my go-to scent. I'm not sure how much sandalwood I pick up in this on cold though. But this could probably be one of those where it doesn't start to even do anything until you light it. That's how a lot of these lighter candles are to me, it seems. Um, Sometimes they seem like nothing and then you light them up and they start going and coming together. So, and I'm also curious too, like a lot of these pours for Candle Day are probably like pretty recent. And I wonder, like, does anyone else think that their candles kind of get better as they marinate over time and cure? Because if they're kind of fresh pours, if I'm reading this lot number right, it would have been the 295th day of 2024. And I don't know, I'll have to go look up my Julian date calendar to figure out when that was. But I don't think it could have been too long ago. So I think a lot of these are pretty fresh pours. But yeah, it's not an off-putting coconut to me though, which is the most important part. Okay. Next, I wanted to pick up, I'm not sure if it's called like the Neons collection. This is the table that I think I missed when I was at the store on Friday because that's when I was looking online. I'm like, wait, I don't even remember seeing those. So I wanted to go ahead and add these to my order so I could try them. So first up we have here, this is with all my crazy lighting, you might not see it very well, watermelon lemonade. I'm trying to see which one comes through better. It's kind of washed out with all the lights. The notes on watermelon lemonade are watermelon ice, sparkling water, and Meyer lemon. So I think this was out at Summer Sass too, but I didn't love that packaging. And I don't know, I just wasn't really in a watermelon mood back then. So I didn't really pick it up then, but I don't mind this kind of neon packaging. I think it's kind of cute. And I wanted to go ahead and pick it up because I have been enjoying the watermelon candles that I have. So I wanted to make sure though that it doesn't end up more of like a honeydew or a generic melon, because those more musky melons like cantaloupe and honeydew and things, they get to be a little bit too much for my nose and they get cloying to me fast. But when it's like a singular watermelon note, I tend to like it. So because this one particularly said watermelon ice, sparkling water, and Meyer lemon, I'm actually having high hopes that it really is just watermelon with the citrus note, which I think will be quite enjoyable. Okay, so this, I wouldn't call it like a fresh watermelon. I kind of get, I think what that lemon contributes, the Meyer lemon with the watermelon, does make it into like a watermelon candy versus a fresh watermelon. So the sparkling water, I don't really get an effervescence or sparkliness to my nose in it. But if you like watermelon candy, watermelon Jolly Ranchers, other types of watermelon candy, I think you'll really like this one. And I do like candy scents, so I think this will be a good one for me to try out. And I think this one comes back quite a lot. So it's definitely, I don't feel like I have to hoard it or anything because I've seen it quite a lot, even just in my short tenure with buying Bath and Body Works candles. Next one will be a little bit of a surprise based on what I talked about considering coconut. a few minutes ago. Coconut is not my favorite. But I did go ahead and pick up a Mahogany Coconut. And the notes on Mahogany Coconut are creamy coconut, mahogany woods, and English lavender. So I really find myself enjoying the mahogany scents. So I've heard good things about Mahogany Coconut from, again, all of you. So because I like mahogany and I trust y'all about it not being like weird, like a weird coconut, I'm trusting you. I mean, it's definitely part of the mahogany family. And I do just get a hint of like a creamy coconut. I think where coconut goes wrong for me a lot is when it's toasted. I don't love toasted coconut at all. But this is a creamy, not a toasty coconut. And it's not like a sunscreeny coconut either, which I appreciate, because when it starts to smell like that chemically sunscreen too, I don't usually like those fragrances. So I think I'm going to enjoy Mahogany Coconut when I burn it. And then last but not least, to kind of bring everything home, is another one from this neon collection. And I went ahead to pick up fresh cut lilacs. And I love lilacs. We had in the house that I lived in growing up, we had a couple lilac bushes in the backyard. One was purple and one was white. And I clearly remember, like, in the spring, it was getting to be like toward the end of the school year. I remember as a kid going out and, getting my parents to help me go clip some fresh lilacs to take for my teachers at school. Like, that's just a really fun memory. And I always loved the way they smelled. So I think part of the lilacs is that childhood memory for me. So I wanted to pick this up. Fresh cut lilacs is lilac bouquets, dewy greens, and soft spring air. Ooh, this is definitely a nice lilac. And I don't get a lot of other like flower interference from it. It seems like a pretty straightforward lilac, and you do get a little bit of that green, like from the lilac leaves that you would get, like if you were right by a lilac tree. I think this one's actually really nice. And I almost didn't pick this up, so I'm glad I got it. I do have some other lilac candles. I have one from Yankee and one from Kringle. So I think this spring I might kind of do a compare and kind of see which one I like the best. And, maybe do a little lilac battle come springtime. But yeah, lilacs definitely one of the springtime flower fragrances that I just really like. So I wanted to try that one. All right, so that was my kind of unanticipated day 3 BOPUS. For anyone that doesn't know what BOPUS is, because that took me a while to figure out, buy online, pick up in store. So when you hear people say BOPUS, it's an online order that you went to pick up in the store. The nice thing about that is sometimes if you're kind of late to the game and you haven't had time to shop, if you can do a buy online, pick up in store, you can still get that deal that's running at nighttime, even though the store is closed. So I think that's like what came in handy for this for me. And then one thing though, with the buy online, pick up in store, they actually, when I went to the store today to pick up the order, there were a lot of candles in the store still from like Candle Day, like the coffee one and the lemon and the apple, like from that collection. And a lot of the body care scents are still there. And there's actually quite a few still in the store that were not showing online for buy online, pick up in store. So even if you choose your store or a local store and there's one that you're really looking for, I would suggest actually going into the store or maybe giving a quick call to see if they have any actual inventory on the floor, if there's a certain thing that you're really on the hunt for. I don't think you can always trust that inventory from the buy online, pickup in store. At least that's the sense that I'm getting from the few experiences I've done so far with the buy online, pickup in store. All right, everyone. So I hope that concludes Candle Day for real this time, 2024. I guess we have semi-annual sale coming up soon. I don't know. I don't know if I have room for anything from semi-annual sale, but I don't know. That's not for a couple weeks. I've got time to think about it. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody.